the Spectre.
Okay, this is a trio of heroes, Ember, Spectre, and I am a fan of.
Yep.
Just because you got this global mobility and control mixed with high damage.
10 seconds
This
remaining.
was also a combo that OG used back in TI. And it,
5
however, that
seconds remaining.
was with kind of different game. Mind, the Agony is applying a ton of damage reduction to the Spectre. Version damage is dealt pre-reduction,
Yeah.
so
Mars! Choose your hero!
G will scoop up the Mars. This, the thing is, there's all these offlaners that are banned out, so there really isn't much left. Okay, this hero might not be good, real catch, but I thought it really strong. But at the same time, then you might just swap the monk lane and swap the monk that far lane and
UR has only lost one game, Spectre, including this group stage, because I've played the Spectre for the TI. So it definitely feels like two very different ideas about drafting, and I'm going to assume, by the way you were talking, that you prefer Quincy Crew. Not necessarily for anything that's involving like the hero differences and like how the drafts match up against exactly, but it seems like to me Quincy Crew has gone to comfort for them and what has gotten them to this point here at TI, and not necessarily with meta. And SG is going very meta. IO Gyrocopter has been run a lot here. Snapfire is one of the ports in the game. Same goes with Mars. Funny enough, many of these heroes actually low win rate. IO Gyrocopter, Mars, all.
It's really, I think, gonna come. I feel like more than. Kaka's line. Single hand dumpster.
Yeah, he was winning 3 lanes.
Yeah. And I look at this and I think, okay, AA dies at the start of a fight. I mean, it's SG have got in the back. He has the optimal positioning, gets off a big ice blast, and perhaps even some vortexes. I've seen some weird AA builds. I think it was can't remember who it was. It's so tough to keep
Oh
track
yeah,
of.
0-3-3. Yeah.
No points in cold feet, just spamming vortex. Trying to get that damage assist.
Prepare for battle!
Não,
Definitely
você
didn't.
que é.
We are now one of the things we talked about at the start of this was the fact that it's different than the DPC, right? Because you're playing all of these international matches and you're playing them in a short period of time. This is something that both these teams are maybe a little bit more. South America versus North America, this has happened time and time again. They will have script against each other a lot leading up to this TI. Tavo, rebuke onto 5 to be able to push them away from him, but he is still surrounded and will still be giving up the first blood. They're going to try and give it to Quinn. Leslau takes the last hit instead. Quinn left him with like 5 health, and Leslau's like, okay, you didn't do enough, so I'm going to take it instead.
Okay, but notably, so you could see Quinn, he was thinking about whether or not he wanted to skill chains.
Yeah.
It's not as punishing as it is in some matchups because I want the early form, but it will impact his lane a little bit. Technically, most of the time anyway, archers, but top. But question you asked?
I don't remember it. Oh, I just was saying that both of these teams.
Oh yeah, the massing of. I really think that's a huge aspect of why TI is so. Because like, if you imagine even, right, you're playing one match a week.
Yeah.
Your region, you know them intimate. And here it's like just games. Like we can barely keep up talking about them. You don't see your region, how much prep is going into these drafts, how much teams are iterating your regions, you know them, and trying to balance, okay, and what are we good at, what's working, like what are they going to do, talking about it. There's so many war regions, how much prep is the minds of each and every player in Captain.
Alrighty, things not going so hot for Quinn in the mid lane. Pushed underneath his tower and missing a lot of CS there. Brianna doing a good job as no doubt these players met each other multiple times in pubs and scrims. Quite notorious for his pub antics, let's say.
The thing I found really interesting, I played a bunch of games with TI, really did not see as many, like fast bottle is every game, TI. Like, you're getting bottle before 2 minutes no matter what. So you build exactly like a couple of tangos and fairy fire, and that's it. Or sorry, branches. No double talisman kind of build, no circling, and I think it's a product of like, you don't want to get crushed, and if he gets bottle, gets both runes, you've just completely lost your lane. Cannot allow that under both players.
So you think it's like risk management, basically?
Exactly, yeah. You'll take that chance in a pub, right? Yeah, whatever, you know, I lost my lane. TI, you don't want to be in a scenario where...
Denied!
Oh. Dude, look at him, 10 and 2 compared to the 6 and 0. He is really taking it to Quinn right now. Quinn's gonna fight back though. Do a lot of damage. 40 yards. Water runes are up.
Easiest money of my life!
Because they both get a rune. Now it'll be more about trading mana. You'll probably see 40R, 80R to farm easy camp.
I'm not entirely sure because
Where's he going?
it's not like water runes are up.
Excursion to the
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Centaur can kind of deal with the use of Gyrocopter decently well. They're going to jump onto the Gyrocopter here and try and take him out. The Fair Fire being popped by KJ is probably just enough to keep Post BLA alive. See, was pretty close. Dialacor, meanwhile, almost dies here in the bottom lane. All the way, known as SDG, is going to die to the spear if it lands, and it does. Tavo, right through the heart of the Ancient Apparition.
Never refuse gold.
This is, you know, I don't see Quincy Crew really ever spam voice lines. I'm starting to think maybe that's part of the problem. And I think momentum is going to be critical. Both of these teams are probably suffering from a limited level of confidence. You know?
Yeah.
Man, both.
8 ก็ได้บัตรก็ได้
It's
เข้า
a feel
ปุ๊บ
good.
กับแต้มได้บัตรก่อน
Energy, it's going to be important. Just to tilt like we want.
For the water runes here. 40R is a little bit low here. And it's going to be caught as MSS managed to jump over to the other side of the mid lane, came through top, and will manage to get a super important kill. Dialacor denies water rune from Quinn, but get the other one.
This is Quincy Crew. You know, Quinn, he needs you to check his runes for him. It is quite important, as he will remind you if you ever queued up into him. And this is all helped out, though. It might have not been intended. Les Lau getting the first blood, he's had this ring since.
Yeah.
And Mojo is free to ditch him, right? Like, even this harass, it's not nearly as problematic.
Look at it, like KJ's taking so much damage from the retaliate. He actually has to be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
You can see Leslau, if KJ steps a little too far forward, Mojo would pounce and it might be able to kill the IO.
Vanguard at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Kind of nuts.
It's going to be really good for him. Of course, Leslau, the new addition to Quincy Crew, the Brazilian player, which is probably why they're spamming, and they have it in their team pack, apparently. Portuguese line. It's big. American team medium hopping has been quite adamant in saying that he doesn't feel like he's actually a Brazilian player per se. Doesn't really view regions in a special way. He just wants to be able to play with good players. Under the law.
He really helped elevate them.
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
Leeless.
Yeah, this was just like they beat EG.
Yeah. He also had that period of time where he played Jamas. Stood in for East Coast, right?
A tool to
Very
teach.
stupendous so far. You can kind of feel the hesitancy. Like both teams just really trying to maximize the crazy dives, aggression.
Yeah, nothing about this game for them know what's at stake here. Tavo, not going to be
Lakad mo to to!
behind the cold feet.
Normally.
Take a look and push out of lane.
Where am I?
Such a great line.
7 people.
KJ getting some snacks. King of Jump.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But MSS is going to be able to scout out some of this, and no doubt they're going to make a move at some point. Not right now,
Top
but
tower is under attack.
everyone knows the importance of shut down this
Middle
jump
tower is under
attack.
attack. Dire's top tower is under
Quinn, I
attack.
think, is a bit tense. Did a model recycle, but you'll typically see people, like, you know, come back full mana and like have already flame started, you know, and
Yeah.
that mana or using.
I mean, I've been watching him miss a lot on CS, to be
Yeah.
honest. It's just, you know, some people leave a creep with like 2 health or something, but I feel like a lot more of it is just nerfs.
This is. I think is the thing about TI. I like that. Nobody wants to just go home from.
You work so hard for not just a full year, but 2 years at the
Yeah.
time to get here.
It's also because bracket, you always have this sense.
Dire's middle
That
tower
happened.
is under attack.
So there's been pretty legendary lower. Chance there, you know, day off tomorrow. You see, okay, we're gonna go play a BO1 again. Like, it's a different kind of Dota. Prep. Just the madness of it. And the bracket stage is much more like a traditional Dota tournament. TI group very unique within Dota. Like, there's no other tournament that has like this.
Dire's top
I think
tower
that
is
that
under
Sentry, am
attack.
I wrong, JJ? I think that Sentry spot bold for first rotation comes out. Spectre actually popped the haunt here, but wasn't able to jump to the illusion in time. Still
Tower is under attack.
just feels like he's got nowhere to go. The haunt's gone now, and he's dead. Adriano very happy with this rotation. It's going to net him still on the carry, as well as pick up the 5 position and captain of Quincy.
There's really nowhere you could go.
I guess not.
tower is
He
under attack.
only had a second where he could have haunted
Radiant's bottom
someone.
tower is under attack.
Huh. Well,
Radiant
unfortunate there.
structures
Really
are
nice move.
fortified.
I feel like Tavo is just
Radiant's
now.
bottom tower is under attack.
He's making plays, right? It feels like even though the one who got first blooded, it just not effective whatsoever. Nice dive from Quinn. They'll pick up the field again.
And they will repel the pun in.
Dire's top tower is
Tell you
under
though,
attack.
Quinn, really strange to me. Like, if he had a TD still and like flame guard cycle, he didn't go back to it. He's walking back. I suppose afraid of Storm in the still had.
Way to hide himself from the Storm Spirit and get good ice
Dire's middle
block.
tower is under
Look at
attack.
the Vanguard hood. Hello, Max return. This is the old Centaur.
Radiant's bottom tower
Could
has
just
fallen.
show up and
Radiant's
hey, this is
structures are
kind of one of those
fortified.
unique situations. Dragonite's kind of like they're gonna go for it. They're gonna relocate. They're gonna haul in onto the Centaur. They've got so much damage that they do manage to overwhelm him. Quinn does what he can there. Tavo gets a little bit low, but not able to fully commit to this one. Now they'll Quinn actually jumps and dodges the cookie. That was a close call.
It's no small
Tavo
thing.
very low. MSS wants to be able to hop to some trees, but they've all been cut down by the arena.
I don't know, it was. I gotta say, like, I think SG, even though they're a slight behind in the net worth, they're
They're making moves with confidence.
Yeah, like they're playing Dota right now, and Quincy Crew, just a little concerning. Okay, that was a little
Maybe too much confidence, Combo, but he's going to try for it anyway. He's going to set up a fight of some kind. 40R comes in, tries to go for the Ancient Apparition, but the Stampede does allow Quincy Crew to be able to disengage. They get the mid tower, and they want it all along.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tough on my boy. Look at him. He's like, I'm baiting, I've got a big stick, but you know, no arena, no fall down. Like at a point, I think you gotta just let the tower go. Like the first defense I really liked, they just blew up the Centaur. Felt like Quincy were just not prepared for that externality.
Yeah, they said.
But then he comes back, like, yeah, you're not killing him again. You already used. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they blew everything. They blew kisses. They relocated into it. Storm had a long zip. They had arena spear. There wasn't an ultimate that wasn't used.
Normally.
A bit of action.
That's a big death for Tavo because you got the main issue I think with Mars so far in this tournament, and why I think JT really has been successful. He's always getting that power level increase before Blink, right? He's done it in different ways. Armlet in one, Meteor Hammer in another. A lot of other Mars are doing what Tavo's doing, just rushing Blink. But look at the net worth, right? Leslau with Vanguard Hood. This isn't just about survivability, it's about staying on map. He's going to continue to accelerate. He's going to farm. He's going to be able to spam double edge off cooldown.
Creep waves are typically the fastest way for a hero to farm, unless you're doing some sort of... Watch that kill again there as they just all in on the Centaur, but did leave everybody low. Mostly Tavo.
Yeah, and this is the concern where Centaur will likely stay tied with like top net worth. Tavo will fall off. And he'll also be requiring this to go. Hang on.
They're gonna go straight for Ghost of Belay, see if they can blow him up. And the relocate out. He's ticking. He's ticking.
Raindrop.
Oh, that is enough. They get the kill. They all end on it really nicely. MSS. Well, the corruption slows down Tavo a decent amount. The relocate back in. AJ, nothing you can really do about that one. Oh, he managed to jump away, but he's still in minimum range of the core with the kisses going out. Leslau going to be targeted here. They may have enough damage as eventually they're going to be able to throw out a spear. Leslau, nothing you can do here. Tavo giving him a nice little wave goodbye. We might go for this. He double damage runs out, actually.
I just feel the pressure these.
Comforting
really,
of regeneration.
Based on the plays so far, I just don't see this being decided until some flash around. It's gonna be maybe trading kills back and forth. It's just gonna come down to that one move, right? Games of Dota like this, you know, it's bad enough when you're just playing Dota like this is hard, but when you know the stakes. Like, legitimately, this is TI Finals. I think it could even... I think it's more nerve-wracking than TI Finals. Because then it's like, you know, you made it. It's at least fun.
Yeah, you're confident in what you've done if you've made it to the TI Finals. Here, these guys, they've been suffering the entire time, and they don't know what to second-guess. They don't know what to believe in.
Yeah. SG, you're not even just playing for yourselves. You're playing for your whole region.
Yeah.
Thunder Predator, already knocked out. Do not want to see both groups losing their South American squad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how the DPC has helped given a lot more experience to some of these regions. Typically haven't been able to get multiple teams at these international lands. First time South America has been able to have 3 teams at TI, and if SG were the ones to be eliminated alongside Thunder Predator, then you know, the community would just go back to looking at South America as being a one region.
Tavo, you got the blink, but it's very tough to just make things happen. That was a nice setup. They had died top, but that was because but Mojo had placed that ward, which saw that movement. Once he knew. The Orchid reveal is nice. They top room, they smoke from the blink.
Maybe it's best for SG that the rune does spawn bottom, because if they went to the top rune, they would have run into 5 here. They're going to grab a haste rune. Smoke's going to break on the low ground. Not the best place for that to happen. The Orca's going to go out there, immediately going to go for the spear and blow up Quinn. The Interference dead, but the Storm Shoot is going to be joining in. going into the grave. At the same time, they are inside of Wukong's command to deal with the Monkey King in time. And it looks like Tavo is going to be just fine. Leslie is going to be chased down. He is tanky, but SG, they don't necessarily lack in damage. Spectre Ultimate's going to go out. They're going to try and fight this one. They're focusing down this Centaur, but Yawar realizes there's nothing he can do. They don't have any damage on the side of Quincy Crew.
Easiest money of my life.
Once their Ember Spirit's dead, and they've already used their Ice Blast, that's it.
I mean, Quinn, like, there's two ways to play this, okay? You're Ember Spirit, you're leading the charge, your smoke breaks. I think a lot of players in this tournament pop Flame Guard, Remnant up, right? You're looking for the fight. That's the goal.
Get vision, see what's going on.
But to walk up the hill, not use Flame Guard, like, you know that they're there. Oh. Quincy just looked a little lost, man. Like, they're gonna need to shape up. Nice fight from SG. They had a huge timing with the Aghanims on the gyro plus the Orchid, but you know, they're gifted. That whole fight, really. Like, you know, you're walking up as a squad underneath the ward. We're gonna watch it one more time. Like, Quinn's just straight up dead. Doesn't get a spell off. And then look at the damage. Like, there's a call down perfectly overlapped with like a Venn diagram of sorts. The Mars Arena. You lose. Oh, and then Yawar with that ultimate, like at the end of the fight.
Yeah, when the fight is definitely over, you're not killing anybody. Like, Leslie is tanky, but they don't do any damage. Relocate. Looks like they thought they were going to catch Quinn, but he was fast enough to jump to his remnant. Now King becomes mad to where the Jarkfather was. Finding that his carry is dead, and a double kill for Yawar. I mean, change the fate for Quincy Crew. Game is looking a little awkward.
It's saying it, but I'm so happy I'm in this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because both of these teams, I think, not just that they're like bottom of the group, whatever, but that they've underperformed.
Radiant's top
I
tower
personally
is
had
under
very
attack.
high expectations. SG, for me, more of a question mark, but I know that they've got potential. I've played against these guys a long time.
Camps the Mars. He's got allies closing in. There is. Oh, he actually got the chains on a hero he didn't know was there. The Storm Spirit gets caught. He is going to sit through the Monkey King. Happy bit of fate. Nice blind stun from MSS. Does manage to get the Sapphire kill. So a simple Mars turns out to be much more than that, because that was a dominating kill streak on Field of Core for 376 gold.
That was huge. Sick Arena. Like, Tavo, he breaks the tree on Mojo. Otherwise, I think Storm just straight up dies. But because he got stunned by the drop down, he wasn't able to get it. No slam. Now, the one thing is, Gyrocopter is still the strongest hero in this game. He'll have BKB momentarily. The person to watch this fight is actually LOA. Because if he doesn't get an ulti off on Gyro, like, I don't think you kill him. Like, he's just, there's a mech wisp behind him. He's going to not just survive, but, you know, the combination through overcharge is just so strong because of the spell amp, right? Yeah. You're getting not just like massive attack speeds, all these flak attacks rattled off, but it's 16% spell amp. The ulti, the Qs, the rocket, nice single haunt up top. Tavo just completely alone.
They're going to use the haunt to slow him down a little bit of extra. They're actually chasing behind the tier 2 tower. Quincy Crew. Now they're really moving. They're going to be able to catch up to Field of Core. Again, he used the Essence Ring. Rather tanky, but eventually will die. Quincy Crew beginning to move like the team that they kind of molded themselves after OG, right?
Yeah.
This is definitely different than the NA style, but it's what Quincy's had success. They try and play like OG. They try and get that early mid tower. They make fast moves to the side lanes. And it's beginning to
Radiant's
a lot like
middle
Christmas.
tower is under attack.
for them. G, not so much, but we're still waiting on the BKB, and that's a huge timing. That could turn everything around.
The thing is, though, Cap, they've had one. Gyro's got a BK 1,000 gold. That was what I was about to say. Because SG, they have to play a very dynamic game. Right now, even though a couple of the moves were misguided, it's really been Quincy just dictating everything that's happened.
Yeah.
They had that one reload top that backfired, but you know, the juked. Other than that, we really haven't seen them make a move. Top is going to be where they play now, but part of the trouble with this Mars hero, right, where he's kind of your sole playmaker in this game. Sure, Storm might be able to find some solo pickoffs, but you've got a vision advantage on the side of Quincy and no real great target. Spectre and Centaur, super tanky. Quinn has a Yules. There's no real follow-up. Going to be able to prevent him from running out. Oh, here comes the smoke for smoke again.
And again, they are on the low ground and gonna find it pop. They get the instant orchid. They're gonna be able to get the follow-ups here again. It doesn't actually land on the Ember Spirit. He gets himself Yules off and will be able to turn around with the Flame Guard. Tavo stuck in here. Kostabila is gonna bail him out. BKB Gyrocopter just charging forward and allowing the rest of his team to be able to retreat. But now BKB is down. Hope from Quinn, holding them in place, seeing if they can find another opening to engage. But both teams lick their wounds and back away.
Not the most elegant of executions from either side. Leslau MVP of the fight by just tanking the spear for Quinn. I believe Quinn dies if not. Again though, just like kind of, you know, the storm is zipping and we didn't see a flame guard come out. Once again, it's another scenario where, you know, smoke is breaking. And
also, why are they smoking in the river? The way I describe the river, it's the lowest low ground in the game.
Yeah.
And if you played a little bit of Dota, you know how important the high ground is. Quinn is going to run headlong into, okay, maybe he's going to be bailed out by MSS. He will. That one boundless strike stun, and he gets out. Quinn almost just fed himself over to SG. Oh, an Ice Blast that. If he caught 40R, maybe Mojo just suicides in there.
Like, good players, but you can just see, I feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Like, it's palpable. And
you could definitely see there are some people, I think, MSS, Leslau, I think, Kostabile, like they're doing all right. Tavo even, like he's dying, but like it feels like he's playing a little bit more natural. He's gonna die again here in this top lane though.
We say that, but that's the third time actually, that we've seen him just caught out of position.
Why isn't SG just playing together? Oh, Sid's gonna be able to find the Ancient Apparition, a pre-dust to make sure that Glimmer Cape is not useful. But all of the mana of the Storm Spirit, nobody else is around though.
But like,
They relocate out to protect him. Yeah, they're skittish. They're
Where's my pension?
Like, there's so many things that they're just not, like, I don't, it's not about discipline. What's the word? Like, Storm zipping all mana for an AA kill.
Yeah.
The Gyro, you know, Kostabile just throwing out ultimate to try and cover him, and then the relocate. It's like you see him get the kill, and they're like, out.
Yeah.
And it's just tough because Quincy are going to be favored in the late game. Like, AA, Spectre, kind of delete Gyro from Dota. And
an Orchid pick up from MSS with the same sign the back. It doesn't change enough.
And then the other concern is that you're going to always have this massive vision advantage on the side of Quincy. But even talenting for the Tree Dance Vision AoE, I like that from Mojo. Makes the Orchid even stronger. Plus, you're playing with this Aghanim Spectre, so you're going to have this global mobility on demand. You can't get out of Orchid, which right now, yeah, he kills both supports. Storm, I think, has BKB en route. Indeed. This has got to be the timing for SG. You have double BKB. This is it. You need a good fight. You want to kill off a support. But it's going to get tough because you're going to have a BKB on the Ember Spirit shortly, and then he has just no counter.
They could catch this Ember Spirit on the minute power rune. That's what they're baiting out right now. Good show on the mid lane.
Caves.
Spawning in. One. Bottom. So this bait. Gonna be fruitless. Get an arcane rune.
That was a nice move. Well, Avo was in. Quinn actually broke the smoke by sliding mid.
Oh yeah,
because Hero get.
I that.
Travel.
Smoke's gonna break. They're gonna go for the Centaur, but Leslau has a PKB. The Shadow Step on the combo here, looking to be able to punish him with the Stampede. You are. He says you can back up, but I'm gonna keep committing for this kill. The rest of the team is on its way, and sure enough, the offlaner of SG is dead.
Tavo, like, certainly playing with confidence, but I think affected maybe in a different way because this is just consistent over-aggression, right? Like, the reason he makes that play is because they have the ward, so they see the Centaur. But instead of, clicking inventory, it's just, go. He saw a hero and had 2 jumps. But even if there's no BKB, right, that's the tankiest enemy hero, and hold on.
He's gonna try and steal it, jumps in, the Roshan low. Aegis picked up by Yawar as well as the Roshan hit. Warrior is gonna turn around and go for a pickup kill onto the Centaur. They do manage to get that, a 1-for-2 trade-off, or 1-for-1 trade-off. MSS actually, they do get a second kill for the BKB. It didn't last long enough for his TP to complete. And MSS says, okay, yeah, congrats on killing me, but you just got yourself killed as well.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, Costa Bile is enormous. Like, that, you had a Daedalus in that fight, but they go for the steal. Oh, yeah, we're gonna...
Yeah, that big
insane.
difference in who's able to put out damage.
How much what was Storm's impact?
He zipped and did not manage to steal the aim. Like grabbed him just a second.
Saw all the, like, 3 or 4 times just canceling the auto attack.
But for the Ancient Apparition, all-inning on him and trying to get out. Picks up a double damage rune, refills the bottle. That'll give him just a little bit more mana to potentially escape just outside of the Sleight of Fist. But if he doesn't keep running, Yawar's gonna catch up to him. Now he's been Yule's. That was cool. You see what he did there? He slided and then used Yule's because his hero was close enough. That was nice.
I'm starting to feel him. But
fortunately, the relocate out was there, but unfortunately...
Tavo was there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I think he was just trying to give him tether out.
Or that Scotty timing. You get to a point then all of a sudden where the gyro, like, because the issue gyro always has is if you are able to be gone on, life is grim. And if you tank an AA blast, you can't really fight anymore. And now the Scotty's gonna keep you close.
Yeah.
Spectre is strongest carry.
Bottom tower is under attack.
What would you give it, win percentage-wise? I'd say about like 80% potentially. It's just because they've got such a big counter to IO Gyro.
65.
Okay.
IO Gyro.
Even against...
Oh my god.
Yeah, even against... I think Spectre Axe makes a huge difference as well, right? Because every fight, he's just going to be able to jump IO.
Yeah.
So even if they don't Ice Blast correctly, they're not going to have an IO fight.
True. I didn't expect 90%. But
Dota Plus also is literally in love with Spectre.
that's true.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hero does win game. And
Indeed.
it's basically Costa Bile versus the world right now.
Radiant's
Want to make a
top
move here,
tower
but
is
SG
under
is playing
attack.
the
Dire's middle
biggest
tower is
specter of
under
all heroes.
attack.
No wonder it's not. I feel like timings, right? When we watch IG play, PSGLG, like they're all about these massive timings. And SG, they got these items, like you see the York and you see, but didn't really feel like they had the map up to exploit any sort of kind of smoke and pray.
Shadow Step onto Theolocor. Bit of a poke before he jumps back to farming. It's just annoying part about this Aghanim's Spectre. You feel like you constantly have to be 5-manning. Very rarely can people show in the side lanes.
Yeah. Just realized that the Shadow Step fires off a dagger.
Yep.
That's so good. Even if that wasn't a component, it would still probably be the item you rush.
Crimson Guard now for Leslau. Nice pickup. See MSS get really nice vision around this mid lane, because that's very likely where SG is making all different moves. So they may not see where they are exactly, but you know where they're at eventually. They're going to be able to find the initiation on a combo. KJ's going to use his tether, try and bail the Mars, but now it means he's not tethered to Costabile. Costabile, who's trying to finish off Bledsoe out here. They take down the big tanky Centaur, but Costabile again! A BKB that does not last long enough. Stuck inside his own arena and will die here against Yawar, who is just too damn big. They don't have a chance to be able to kill him once, let alone twice. 40R, Adriano, maybe a small sniff, but it's not going to take him far enough. Ultra kill for Quinn as he is fully back. We talked about this guy looking nervous in the first 15 minutes of the match, but he has recovered nicely with the help of all of his teammates. 8,000 net worth lead for Quincy Crew, and if it was 90% lead net before, it's going to be damn close to 100% for that fight.
Yep. Tavo, afraid when it starts, but just consistently getting caught.
Yeah.
Like, playing position.
Dire's top tower is under
Forces
attack.
the tether, which, again, is not a bad play necessarily for PJ, but
Dire's structures are
now your gyro
fortified.
has no wisp. We talked about the power, right? The spell amp, the attack speed. Suddenly he's just naked in the middle of a fight. Yeah, you've got BKB, but once that fades, like, you're
Dire's
just
top
dead to
tower
match
is
game.
under attack. Dire's
Got
top
him now,
tower is
lead on
falling.
Yawar.
And even worse, Tabo had buyback. He diebacked in that fight, so it's not like they needed to save Tabo. They, like, if you're gonna win a fight, it's gonna be with you tethered to the gyrocopter. Watch that again. With the vision that MSS has been setting up, also gets the initiation. Tabo just gets zeroed. He buys back in this fight. You can see KJ already dead. Costabile is left to try and do it by himself, but again, TP's a bit too late.
But it's just,
Invisibility.
he has Yules, right? Could have potentially used that before having to buy back. Then buys back, but it's just spell casting, right? Blink, arena, spear whiffs. There's, you know, it frustrates, and I don't mean to be overly critical. It just kind of breaks my heart because watching this.
They're gonna hot, they're gonna ice blast. That is gonna be able to catch 3, so Costabile and KJ immediately have to back out Yawar with his killer instinct, just goes straight for it. He's like, okay, we can get more off of this one, and he's right, KJ is dead. They're trying to hit this Spectre right now, but he is super tanky, only goes down to half health after a full assault. That being said, if Stormseer can reset, well, he won't have any team. He can do a little bit zip back and forth action, but he doesn't have any allies.
Touché. Que tão bom, cara.
It's my least favorite part of the whole tournament. You know, knowing that one of these teams is going home today, it just hurts because I want you know, the only one team can. But I think more than anything else, when you come to TI as a player, you want to just, you know, this is your life. This is what you work for. This is your favorite game, both your profession and your passion. And I want you to be proud, right?
Yep.
Like I left it all on the field.
Yep.
Exactly. And right now, you know,
there is a better SG
yes,
out there, and what we're seeing right here, they're just going to be full of regret because this is a life-changing opportunity.
Dire's
ADR,
middle tower
like,
is under attack.
smooth, right? He's one of the most high-skilled players on the server, and I'm watching him like stutter his attacks in every single team fight, and it's not smooth. It's not carefree Dota 2, as the voice lines being spammed might make it appear.
Yeah, it feels like it's almost like they know they're nervous, so they're trying to cut through it.
We can see you in the Roche pit. We see you doing it.
Lucky find.
Zess evading the Roche, trying to force SG into.
Not actually going to be up for another minute and a half now. Late Roche on Quincy Crew. Might be a little disappointed by that, but got plenty of time, and it's not like they get any weaker as the game goes.
And the supports, you know, recognizing, Storm's a big threat. What do they grab? We saw this, I believe, first at the Animator. Which says a hard counter to Abed Storm. We saw PSGLGD buying Aeon Discs in bulk.
Yep.
Suddenly, there's just no chance to find that opening kill.
Tower is under attack.
Yep. SG They run into Leslie here. They're going to be pretty disappointed, but they do get onto the high ground without the smoke breaking. They're going to loop to the side here. There's Spot Quinn. No jump onto him. Quinn reacts, forcing out the BKB of Coast Vila. He's going to go deeper. He really wants to be able to kill KJ. They have the Hawk going out. The Glimmer Caveman. They're trying to get this Wisp out of here. Coast Vila is going to start taking some damage. He's going to return fire onto UR, but he doesn't want to be here for long. And that's why the relocate is called for. He gets out. The rest of the team trying to get away. Back to this relocate that's coming in shortly. Leslow's a little bit low. SG sees an opportunity. They're going to be able to keep this fight going and kill the Centaur. Nice spear back from Tavo, costing this life 40 yard though. What is he doing out here? He gets caught. A shadow step. Not the real Spectre. KJ. Oh, he's in trouble, but so is Quinn. UR does manage to get that kill. UR's a little bit low as well. Costa Vila's kited though, one after another. A hero challenges and gets out. Actually, they will manage to get a nice long dip, catching the Spectre. A crucial kill for SG Esports. Is now maybe with those buybacks, they can actually take Roshan for themselves.
What a wild fight. I want to see that one back. So Quinn, I think, reset himself, but they were a little distracted. You saw the Spectre sticking to the gyro, but Quinn was off trying to kind of zone the IO. Ended up getting tether stunned. That shard on Wisp always catches people off guard. And yeah, I mean, a very quick BKB from Costa Vila. I thought this fight was just over before it started, but you can see a little disconnected, right? Quinn, he's not diving in deep. He's just sort of in, then out, in, then out. Tavo surviving was huge, and of course the relo out. KJ kind of just saving the fight. We're able to then finish off the Centaur.
There he is.
Oh,
Quinn, he's gonna go for it, trying to interrupt this Roshan attempt. He gets KJ really low. And Roshan,
gotta finish this.
he's gonna try and go back in with a slight. Gotta get this now before the jump in. Leslow, he's on top of the jar cluster. It just kills him right away. Dean LaCour jumps in. He does manage to grab away the Aegis. That is not going to be picked up by Quincy Crew, but Dean LaCour is probably going to die twice, and 40 are relocated out. Woo! KJ, that could have been the end right there, but he gets the Storm Spirit out of here. Theo LaCour very likely to die twice, or also going to try and kill the IO here. KJ, he's going to be first. Theo LaCour trying to get out, goes up to the high ground, but of course Quinn has more than enough mobility to keep pace with him. He did cost Quincy Crew some buybacks there. They had a buyback on their carry, so if they make some sort of mistake in their attempt to end the game, or at least get a significant advantage, this whole thing could change, but...
Still look great. He stole the, got the shard too. What a baller. KJ, you know, playing out of his mind. All these 0-9, but he's made like 4 or 5 sick relocate saves. If ADR dies there, I think that's at least 1 Rax, right? Relay closing in on Satanic, but they'll likely lose the 1 Rax.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Back and forth.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Level 25. They have those 25 talents on both Ember and Spectre, so many remnants and incredible tank ability on the UR Spectre, who does not have an Aegis, but 4155 the HP bar read. That is a very difficult target to take down.
Before the BKB, he's about to pick up too. And he can even change his, what's that called again? Bracer thing? Fan brace. You can even switch that over to strength if he wants to. Extra magic resist too.
Yeah. They'll probably be his choice.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
Okay, we're gonna have an Aghanim soon on the Sapphire. Tavo desperate for the BKB, but you can see like his game, and I go back to the point 9 minutes in, right? The best Mars player in this tournament, JT, he is never going for this naked Blink Rush, and I think this is the exact reason why, because you just end up like you're a Blink Spear. That's your hero, and you have a really cool scaling ability to rebuke, but with no actual damage items, you're effectively just an initiator, and that's that. So in that last fight, Costa Vila did more than his damage. He's gonna have to do that to win this game. And it's just a tall task. This Quincy lineup is so tanky. Their supports just offer so much more in terms of DPS.
getting level 25 and getting Aghanim Scepter would be a really big play. But 40R, he's going to get caught. He does manage to get off the BKB, though. Chain stuns weren't actually quite on point.
What? How is it not on? How do they not chain?
I have no idea.
Was Let's Cloud just late?
Didn't feel like he was that late, but then again, Boundless Strike doesn't stun for that long, and he also doesn't have the tower with it, so.
True, it's only... It's 1.6. But, you know, there was no buyback, though. Don't you just stampede, finish him, then go finish the game?
He missed for Quincy Crew.
I do not want to be giving any teams extra chances. I don't care what Dota Plus says about the win probability.
Especially when you don't have buyback, right?
Alright, so they want to get to the secret shop. That's the line drawn because they have enough gold to they panic on the gyro. This is not a game to save buyback. If one of your cars has no buyback, you might as well just spend your gold.
Yeah.
Because this fight is going to be...
He is also closing in on level 5. Not quite as impactful on Charlie.
Pop. Get a little bit of the big key now. And that's the main reason I feel like Quincy is
Fun begins.
You gotta be so careful, ADR.
Looking for me?
Get the chains on him. Gonna BKB, he will.
Here I am.
I think MSS is just vision advantage is massive. You watch him zip around, like he sees so much of the fights.
And he's finding wards all the time. Just got another one with the gem, so.
And you have Ember Spectre, right? These heroes consume vision. Like, it's just, oh, hey, there's a guy, we can kill him. And you're suddenly on top of enemy cores. So much easier to play. Thanks to this one. First pick, after all, right? Like, they consider this the most valuable hero in the pool. Why?
Yeah.
Although many teams in TI
do. Monkey King and Weaver, probably the two highlight 4 position heroes of this 15,000 net worth lead. Quincy Crew, every advantage you possibly asked for. No vision out from SG. They're huddled inside of their base, nowhere to go to, just waiting for the inevitable push from Quincy Crew. Quincy can decide when they want to go for that.
I will say, though, I think they're perhaps playing a little too passive. Because Storm Gyro, like, yes, Spectre's the hardest carry in this game.
I think they know he went. I think they're going to smoke.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's really big, and they're going to be able to find Mojo. They can also take away the Jet, but he does have the BKB. They are going to pop the hunt to see if they can get MSS out of here. War is in deep. They're hovering on top of KJ, and it looks like Quinn is able to bounce back and get 2 kills already. Supposed to be like, leads the way out of this one. Adriano fighting for his life on the side as well. Quinn trying to back away. KJ is trying to keep Costabile alive, but he just died so quickly and was able to get the gyrocopter a little bit of time. He's fighting back. One thing, War Spectre is just too damn big, and it will cut down the rest of SG Esports. That is it for Game 1, SG Esports. Again, there's another series for them after this, but really, they have to get this win in Game 2 if they have any